Welcome back to Commerce classes. In the last class, I have explained you about decimal fraction. So in this class, I will tell you the basic things about ratio proportion. So what is this unitary method? Ratio and proportion are interrelated to each other. If you unite these two, this is called as unitary method. First of all, let me tell you what is meant by ratio. The comparison of two numbers or quantities by division is known as the ratio. See, comparison. So you cannot compare age with weight, two similar quantities. See, there should be two similar quantities. So similar quantities is an important factor. Similar means if you compare weight of a person, you have to compare with weight only. Weight to weight comparison should be there. Age to age. Like this you have to compare. The comparison should be between the similar quantities. So this word is very important. Comparison and similar both are important while defining ratio. So then what about the symbol? The symbol, you can just two dots. Here it is. I am showing you. Symbol of this ratio is denoted by two dots. For a ratio, the two quantities must be in the same unit. Same unit, that's what I have told you already. That is kg to kg. If you compare kg of one person, you can compare kg only. Same unit is the important word. If they are not, they should be expressed in the same unit before the ratio is taken. So you can compare other things also. The unit should be same. That is the important factor. That is the unit you are comparing should be same. A ratio may be treated as a fraction. So this is one more important factor. See. So either it may be decimal fraction, ratio proportion, or percentage. Whatever it may be, they will start with the fraction. They will start with the fraction. Fraction is the basic factor deciding these chapters. That is decimal, it may be decimal fraction, it may be ratio proportion or percentage. So this fraction is very important. So I will tell you how this is related to fractions. See, first of all, how will you explain a fraction as a ratio? So 2 by 3 is a fraction. 2 by 3 can be written as, so the numerator will be the first factor and the denominator will be the second factor. Let me write 2:3 is the way how you write a fraction. That is, this is numerator and this is denominator. So this is the way how you write a fraction, ratio. So comparatively, fraction is, if the numerator is written as the first one and the denominator will be second one. So next, so ratio is, let me give two more examples. That is 5 by 3. You are having a fraction of 5 by 3 means 5:3. 8 by 3 can be written as 8:3, like that. So I think you have understood what is the comparison between fraction and a ratio. So this is the basic thing about the ratio, the comparison between two numbers or quantities by division and having the same unit. So these are the important words while defining ratio. So next one is proportion. If there you are in case of ratio, you are comparing two similar quantities. Here in proportion, two ratios are equivalent if the fraction corresponding to them are equivalent. Four quantities are said to be proportion if the ratio of the first and the second quantities is equal to the ratio of the third and the fourth quantities. The symbol, see, two like this, two total 4 dots will be there, is used to equate two ratios. In other order terms, in a proportion is important. For example, 3, 8, 24, 64 are a proportion, but 3, 8, 64, 24 are not in a proportion. I will give you examples. I am just reading this. The method in which the first we find the value of one unit, then the value of the corresponding the required number of unit known as unitary method. So I have told you earlier, that is unitary. Unitary means you are combining ratio and proportion. Combining two ratios is a proportion. That's why it is called as unitary. You are uniting. That is why it is called as unitary. So how will you explain a proportion? See, 2:3. Here you have to put 4 dots. Here you have to put 4 dots. See, 1 dot. See. So you have 4 dots here. 2:3 equivalent to 4:6. 2:4 equivalent to 4:6. So here what is the beauty of this proportion is, if you multiply these middle terms, you will get the same as at the extreme end, that is 3 into 4 equal to 2 into 6, 12 equal to 12. So this is the concept of proportion. So here 2:3 equal to 4:6. If you multiply the middle two terms, you will get the same multiplication answer here also. 2 into 6, 12 equal to 12. So this is the concept of proportion. I will not explain many things about the proportion in this class. I will concentrate only on the ratios. See, the Chennai Super Kings won 13 matches and lost 3 matches in IPL 2011. Find the ratio matches won to matches lost. Matches won to matches. See, 13 matches they have won and 3 matches they have lost. Means total matches they have played is 13 plus 3, that is 16 matches. They have played 16 matches total. Total is 16 matches. Total 16 matches. Total 16 matches. Then what about one? One is 13 and lost is 3. Now they are asking some questions. Total matches 16, won 13 and lost 3. So what is the first question here? Matches won to the matches lost. Matches won to the matches lost. It's very simple. 13 matches won and 3 matches lost. So first you have to write 1 matches and second you have to write lost matches. Then the answer will be 13 matches won to matches lost. Matches won to matches lost is 13:3 is the first answer. First answer is 13:3. Next, matches won to matches played. See, total matches played is 16 and matches won is 13. So the answer will be 13:16. 13:16 will be the answer for the second question. So the last question, matches played to matches lost. Total matches played is 16 here and the matches lost is 3. So therefore the answer is 16:3 is the answer. So I think matches lost. I have already explained all these things. Let me go to the next question. Irene made 11 baskets out of 15 free throws while practicing basketball. If she continues in this way, how many baskets will she have after 90 free? For 15 throws, you have 11 baskets. For 90 throws, how many baskets will be there? It's once again very simple question. For 15, you are having 11 baskets. 11 baskets. For 90 throws, what will be your baskets? Then 90 into 11 divided by 15. 90 into 11 divided by 15. 15 one time. 15 6 times. Therefore 6 into 11 will be 66. 66 baskets will be. If she throws 15 times, she will get 11 baskets. If she throws 90 times, she will get 66 baskets. Next question. In a class there are 10 boys and 18 girls. Find the ratio of girls to boys. You have to read the question carefully. Girls to boys. First you have to write about girls. 18:10. 18:10. So 18:10. You cannot keep it as it is. 18 girls to boys. 18:10. You can, so 18 by 10. You can simplify it by 2 9 times 2 5 times. 2 9 times 2 5 times. The answer will be 9:5. So these are the most basic things regarding this ratio. In the next class, I will explain you what is meant by proportion. What is meant by proportion.